Ray with Haven and Delight, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about our doghouse update. Now, this may seem like a silly or trivial project, but I truly believe that every detail of my house matters and contributes to the vibe of my home, and I believe that's true for you too. So highly encouraging you to do those little projects that may seem like really insignificant if it makes you happy and brings you joy. The doghouse sits on our front deck. You can see it from both of the roads that intersect near our house, and so visually it contributes to the look of our house. So before we had a red doghouse, and I chose red because I wanted it to look like a barn. We do live out in the country and there are red barns all around, and I kind of wanted it to be nostalgic in that way. However, now the way that our house looks, it just doesn't fit the scheme anymore. So I have been giving our doghouse a little bit of a makeover for the past few days, and I've hit a little bit of a design snag where my original plan didn't end up working out like I thought it would, but that's okay. 2020 is all about pivoting, and so I'm gonna bring you along for that journey. Hopefully by the end we will have a really cute little doghouse sitting on our deck that really matches the vibe of our home, and I can't wait for that finished product. But today we're going to be working on fixing the design flaw that I should have seen coming, but I didn't. Okay, so this is the doghouse right now. Everything structurally stayed the same. My husband built a 2-room insulated doghouse with a window, and the top actually lifts off so that we can sweep inside. That has happened less than I'd care to admit, but hey, it's just a doghouse, right? So I painted everything white. This color is White on White by Glidden. It is one of my favorite white colors. When put up next to other whites, it does appear slightly gray, but if you have a room with warmer lighting, it stays really clean in the room. So I bought a 5-gallon bucket of exterior white on white paint at the beginning of the season, knowing that I probably would have a lot of exterior projects to use it on. So I thought it would look good with the cedar trim. When my husband originally built this, we just used, like, I think it was just MDF boards. Obviously, those are not meant for the outdoors, so they started to rot. So we replaced it with cedar trim because cedar is a naturally mold and mildew resistant product. These are fence posts ripped to trim size, and I made these cute little shutters out of the tops of the fence posts. They're dog ears. I think these were like $2.21 per 1x6x6 board. We are also doing the ceiling in our garage in these planks. So I thought it would look really cute with the exposed cedar. However, it just does not quite fit. So today what I'm gonna do is as you can see, we're doing a deck project where I'm staining the deck black, and I have some little samples of black deck stain, and I knew they would come in handy eventually. I'm going to stain the trim around the edges in that black semi-solid deck paint, or deck stain rather, sorry, and I'm gonna see if that changes the look a little bit. I do kind of want to keep the trim around the window cedar, but that is subject to change. So let's get started. The product that I'm using for this is a small sample size of Cabot semi-solid oil-based deck and siding stain. And if you don't know this, I actually just learned this recently, but you are not supposed to shake stain, you're supposed to stir it. And I'm gonna apply this with a little craft paintbrush because it's kind of, you know, it's not that thick of trim, so I don't actually want to get my fingers and stuff dirty. When you're using oil-based stuff, you have to remove it with mineral spirits. Soap and water will not remove oil-based stains, or paint for that matter. So I just don't want to get this all over my body, so I'm just gonna brush it on and hope that I don't get too much on me. You can also see that I did a sample piece. Now the left side was before I stirred it and the right side is after I stirred it, and I just think that looks really good. Like, you can kind of still see the grain of the wood, and it's semi-solid stain, so you'll still be able to see some of the characteristics of the wood, but I like the way it just makes it, you know, stained. Okay, I think staining the trim around the top and the bottom really did what I wanted it to do. It really helped define a color scheme, and I'm very happy that it worked because I did want to leave the shutters and the window trim natural, and I actually love the way it looks. Now, the one thing that you might not be able to see is inside is painted red as well, and that's throwing me off. So I think I'm gonna, once I go around and touch up where I messed up on the stain, I'm gonna paint at least the inside of that white as well. Good job, honey.
Are you videoing?
Yeah, it's for my YouTube video.
You got a little late, I'm already done.
I know. That looks so cute.